A few South African influencers might be in trouble after supposedly making promotional videos over in Russia for a particular company called Alabuga. And so they might be in trouble for this one because they are saying that this company might be trafficking people for a different job than what they were made to believe. I'm going to play you the clip of the influencers promoting this entire thing. And then we're going to talk about that particular company. And then we're going to talk about a situation behind this whole thing of assuming innocence when people refuse to see the devil in the details. It kind of reminds me of this other video that I saw before I go to the promotional video over here.
Oh, I would sell my soul to play the guitar like that. That can be arranged.
Oh, no. Oh, never mind. Yeah, I'm good, man.
You were saying that like you would sell your soul to...
Sure, yeah. I said that before I knew Satan was real.
That's the sketch comedy. I'll leave that in the description below. I thought it was very interesting. It's until they see the devil full face, they are willing to play innocent and ignore all the details and everything else that gets touted around out here in social media. It's the Rex Reality Show, the daily Christian commentary videos. Other episodes done today, they'll be down in the pinned comments, and I'm gonna check you out over there. The bubble of influencer culture one day will burst because there's too much hype, there's too much influencing, which is just going on. When you really ask yourself, what are they influencing? And so let's go to the promotional video that they posted, which is getting them in trouble.
So yes, I'm in Russia, in the Republic of Tatarstan, and guess what? It actually turns out there's no bears roaming around the streets or snow all year round. It's actually really beautiful here, like green, peaceful, and full of life. I have 3 packed days ahead, and my research starts here at the Administrative Center of the Special Economic Zone. I'll show you how the START program works, and we'll even get to meet some of the participants in person and speak to them at their workplace.
Of course, they must be free. They spoke to you. South African influence. Now, get this clear. A lot of these companies that are dodgy and stuff like that, what tends to happen is that once the person flies to this country or to this particular location, it's the same thing that was reported when TB Joshua was still here, is that once the person gets to this place, their passport gets taken. They seize their passport, so the person cannot go anywhere. So imagine now a person is in a foreign country, their passport has been seized, and they are being given unreasonable work conditions. So she's taken to a certain place to say that, oh no, you'll never guess what this particular, you'll never guess. You know, it's a research economic center. That's where she is taken to promote people. Bear in mind, they were targeting specifically women to be taken and flown over to this particular place.
So stay tuned for that. It's actually going to be pretty interesting.
The program is operated by a leading special economic zone located in the Republic of Tatarstan, Russia's most...
What does that mean? Economic zone. Like something? Do we mean like something? What does it mean? An economic zone. But if you were to remember, oh yeah, Russia is in war. Economic zone.
Advanced industrial region and one of the top performing zones in Europe. START program empowers young women to take confident steps into their professional lives, offering not just jobs, but also the chance to integrate into a truly international environment.
Truly, the work isn't described here. All that's said is you're going to be put into an environment that's targeted for young women, for the thriving of their career. Start your career. There's one of them that actually goes, start your career.
Since its launch in December 2022, the program has welcomed over 300 participants from 44 countries, each of them beginning a new chapter and building a career in Russia. The program team actively collaborates with embassies, consulates, and relevant ministries to expand global partnerships and outreach.
So now we're in South Park.
So what's interesting is this. So their partnerships are with influencers, not governments. So it's not like the government is the one that say, oh yeah, the Ministry of Employment or whatever it is, unemployment, they're the ones that are actually thinking. No, this is targeted specifically to women using influencers. Okay.
Let's see where the girls live.
11 cozy 5-story buildings built for 4,200 people. The apartments fully furnished. The area full of parks, playgrounds, and a wholesome sports zone. Honestly, not bad at all.
I am in Russia, the Republic of Tatarstan. Very excited to be here. This is where the START program takes place. Apparently, girls are treated fairly here. Africans.
Oh yeah, the girls are treated fairly, says Cyan Boujee. Apparently, they are treated fairly here.
Asians, Latin Americans, they're given housing, jobs, and on top of that, they are taught how to speak Russian. Yep. So this is a fresh new start, basically. I will be watching, listening, I'll be sharing every single thing with you guys.
Hi guys, we officially have arrived here in Russia.
Now, bear in mind, the bills for some of these girls to go to this country were paid possibly above 50K, some of them up to 100,000, for them to do these promotionals and stuff like that. Taken to this place and driven around, shown what portions of the place to shoot and stuff like that, and then come back. Now, there's many of them. There's this girl, there's many of these people. There's Zila from the podcast and chill. What's her name? What's her name? Seemah, and so forth. And they were promoting these things. And then this girl comes and shows articles showing that this particular thing was actually to improve their war front. Alabuga is recruiting for the war. Even if you actually were to Google it and scroll down here, right, you will see some of the videos that are touted here. They show Alabuga has a plant for drones that are being used for war. Now, did you hear any of these ladies mentioning that? Did you hear any of them actually even put it in there that, hey, by the way, you might be working for a war front whole jazz over there? None of them mentioned that. Them man thems is in trouble. Them man thems is in trouble. Positioned to get girls, to recruit girls be taken to this particular place. Their website is so slow, I couldn't even open it right now. I tried to open the Alabuga website. Completely not opening right now, and hey, only God knows. I'm not even gonna try and open it again, because you might find that they will just plant bugs into our laptops now. Remember, it reminded me of a video that kind of like went out, I think about 3 years back or something like that, of this girl Doromongi, that's her name, I think, on social media, recruiting girls for hosting, man, as they call it, on social media, right? Like, no, just as if it was just every day. She was asking them, are you this type of a girl? How do you look? Let us see you, whatnot. On social media. She was doing that. She was recruiting girls on social media. The same way the influencers are now. Now, like I said earlier on, assuming the world is innocent, is one of the biggest dangers of thinking. In the 80s, when people thought, the hippies movement, when the hippies movement came up, there was a lot of appeal or appearance of innocence. What looked like innocence led to a huge flux, serial killers, because of assuming the world's innocence. Now, why is it that people fall into the state of assuming the world to be innocent? One day this happened. I've seen this particular type of a situation personally. By the time when I was recording the interviews with Tsepo for 2 interviews, a lady just walked into our ride who were in a Bolt, and she just walked in. And only after driving a couple of blocks, then she was like, wait, I think this is not my ride. And I'm like, wait, lady, you're supposed to be waiting for your own Bolt? I thought maybe you knew one of the guys. I thought you knew maybe the driver or something. And you walking into a car. She walked right into a car with 3 men she didn't know. It's a Bolt. It's supposed to be you and the driver. And she walked into a car with 3 men that she didn't know. She just walked in. Why? Assuming the world innocence. Oh, the sin nature. Oh, the devil. That's all something that the church uses to make us scared. Until the devil, like that particular skit shows, until the devil pops up and says, hey, do you want to hop into a ride? And then they're like, whoa, wait, I thought you was not real. And so I didn't take my whole soul thing seriously until I saw that you are actually real. Assuming the world innocent. Why would people just want to give you money, 100,000 to go and promote a job in a country that is in war? Seemah made a video saying, she didn't think anything of it. They went over there. It was all innocent. She spoke to one of the people. They said that they don't even want to go home and the whole 9 watches. If you watch the documentary of Jim Jones, as is exactly the case, is that the people, they were saying, oh no, everything is fine, until somebody slipped a note into the hands of one of the people that said, help, I want to get out of here. Because people are there smiling doesn't mean, because like I explained earlier on, the biggest problems with these areas is that they mostly will take the traveler's passport. So if they start hinting at wanting to go, they know now to keep a watchful eye over that person. And why is it targeted particularly towards women? To find out that they are actually will be working in a plant to make drones which are being used in war. Don't you think that's necessary to be given detail on? Which is why maybe they are working with influencers and not the government directly. And even if they were working with Cyril, who trusts Cyril nowadays? The influencer culture is in a bubble. A watchful eye out there for your kids and so forth, that they do not fall. The worst word that you can ever have in your life is the word desperate. Because when you fall into that state of desperate, only God knows what you would allow. You fall into that state of thinking, because the whole idea of the devil, the whole idea of a danger and the boogeyman, sinful nature, that is a creation of the church. The church made that there, put that there so that we would be afraid. If you sat and assumed that that was a trap by the church, you start to witness that humans, in their true nature of death and destruction, not to be trusted. State of innocence, or this idea of assuming innocence, it's a very dangerous state, and a lot of people are in that state. And right now you see a lot of women find themselves in that state. The young lady not long ago who went out, met some random person that she met on social media, got robbed, never came back. She turned up dead. Assuming innocence, never questioning anything, everything is all good. It's a dangerous state to be in when you now believe the world is all innocence. Y'all tell me your thoughts down in the comment section. It's Ricky's Reality Show. Other episodes down today, they'll be down in the pinned comments. I think all them ninjas over there need to start writing down their statements. What happened, where, retrieve the pictures. You might delete the videos on social media, But start retrieving that. Don't delete. Deleting is not going to help you. It's archive all those things and put down your statement. What happened? Who called you? Where? That person, who are they? Where were they when you went over there? What did you see? What did they show you? Every one of those details is going to be important. Instead of running around deleting, you better archive all of those things because you're going to need those details. You're going to need that proof to say, this is how much I knew. This is how far I knew. All this deleting whole thing, it won't help you. Y'all was over there. It's Ricky, we done.